Salem aleykoum, this is your first guy, Sendosuke. Actually, this is the first time I'm doing something like this, especially in a language that isn't mine. I'm not going to lie or try to say anything, but I'm a little bit scared about the idea of making, just the fact of making videos. The main reason I created this channel was to improve my English, because I felt like my level was stagnating and it was really frustrating. So I wanted to challenge myself, speak in front of a camera, improve my communication skills, managing my emotions while recording, or try to use vocabulary that I don't usually use. Anyway, let's talk about the reason you clicked here. You saw the thumbnail or the title. You are probably around 16 years old, maybe slightly younger or a bit older. The advice I'm about to share is something I wish I knew earlier, because when I was 16, and if you are wondering, guys, I'm 21 years old now. La vie ça va vite. I was already aware of things like spending your time wisely, personal development, and you're probably in the same situation if you're watching this video. I heard a lot of good advice, to be honest, and you probably know them too, like play sports, reading, journaling, cooking. These are good things, are useful. I still do them today. They really help me, but let's be honest, they're repetitive. So that is why I want to share something different with you guys. One piece of advice I wish I could tell my 16 years old self. I'm not going to drag this out. The advice to solve this is simple. Fail. Fail, fail, fail. You're probably wondering, like, what do you mean fail? Don't worry, I'm going to break it down. When you're 16, you are literally at the beginning of your life. You cannot trust everything you see online. Like, no one has truly finished life at 16 years old. That is not reality. Most of them are lying, flexing, scamming. So don't compare yourself to them. It just doesn't make sense. Because when you're 16, yeah, it's normal to feel lost. It's normal. You don't have experience. You don't have money. You don't know what to do with your life. It's just normal. But here's the thing, even if you don't have money, even if you don't have resources yet, you do have something way more valuable than all of that. You have time. Some of you already know where I'm going with this. Time is the resource that is more valuable than money, way more valuable than anything else. Because remember what I told you? You are at the beginning of your life. This is your life. Okay, it might be scary, but that is the reality. The advantage is that if you become aware of this very early, you can literally outsmart people, especially in this generation. The more you try new things, the more you fail, the stronger you will be on your 20s, 30s, 40s, because you will gain experience, because you will gain knowledge. And admit it, don't underestimate experience. And you're probably saying, okay, that's cool, little friend guy, but what should I do? Like you said, I don't have any experience, I don't have any money, I cannot see the future, but I think these three skills can help anyone in any sector. We live in a new era. A lot of jobs will disappear, a lot of new ones will be created. And whatever you do, a machine will do it probably better than you. But no matter how strong or smart an AI can be, it can never be a human. I guess we are humans. We have emotions. We have feelings. We need contacts. We need others people to develop ourselves. It just it's just a fact. And stop trying to act independent. Like, I do everything alone. I'm stronger alone. Like, acting tough guy, strong. If tomorrow you are between life and death, you will need help. I mean, the day you were born, you already needed someone else's help. I'm not saying you need to be with people all of the time to develop yourself. Actually, being alone is a good thing, and I think I will make a video about this one day. But you cannot deny the fact that we need others to grow. It has already been like that, and it always will be. This advice can be for anyone, but as I said earlier in this video, if you start working on them right now, it can be a game changer. Those skills are not separate. What I mean is that you can make a link between them. I recommend taking notes, and here we go. First one, first communication skills. Good talking is not about using very complicated very complicated words. It's about being clear, understood. Words are very powerful, way more than you think. Let's say you see a tree. Nothing special for now. It's just a tree. What if I say this huge tree with a lot of orange leaves, with four branches, with big roots next to the sea? In the both example, I'm talking about the tree. It's the same tree at the end of the day, but because of the precision, you understand it more clearly. This was just a small example, but what if you apply this in your life, in conversations? I think a lot of people fight or argue because of misunderstandings, because they weren't able to explain or describe what they feel. And this is not magical stuff. Words are very powerful, way more than you think. Tell yourself you're bad and you will probably fail what you try to do. But if you condition yourself, I can do better or I can make it, you will see way better results. And there are scientific studies about this, or maybe you have already experienced it. A single conversation can literally change your life. I'm sure in your life you have had some conversation that have stuck with you. There are many reasons, but probably one of them is that the words that were used resonated with you. How can you work on this? I'm not an expert in communication. Remember, the reason I made this first video was to improve that skill, but you can still work on it daily, way more than you think. When you have an oral presentation at school or an opportunity to speak in front of people, do it. When you do it, try to observe yourself, understand your fears when you speak in front of people, or not necessarily in front of people for the introverts who is from the introvert who is watching this video. Just small conversation with the random people. One meeting, one discussion can literally change your life. Maybe, let's say you will meet someone who has the same project as you, or someone you can help, and you can miss a lot of things because of this. And also, try to work on your emotions. This is a good transition into my second point. Let's move on to second skills, that is managing your emotions. In an era where people stop using their brains, overreacting on social media, you already know what I mean. Controlling your emotions can be a really game changer. You will probably say, I can change myself. An angry guy. I can do it. And let me tell you that is wrong. I used to be, and I'm still sometimes someone who gets angry for nothing, who overreacts. But I really started to understand this last year at university. I met a guy who had an incredible control over his emotions, and asked him, "Do you feel anger in a situation like this, or don't you feel anything?" He told me, "Yes, I do feel it, but he manages it." And listen carefully. Listen. When I say control your emotions, I don't mean get rid of them. I mean accept them, understand them. Remember when I told you to connect those skills? Apply it with the first one. Ask yourself, what I'm scared when I talk to someone else. I know it's difficult. You need to look deep into yourself, especially because you are young. You are in a period where you're trying to get know yourself better, but that's okay. The biggest benefits, in my opinion, is that it helps you avoid drama. When you control your emotions and don't take things personally, life becomes more easier. Let's say you come back from work and you see your husband or your wife acting unpleasant with you. Instead of reacting emotionally, take a step back. Take take a step back and think, why my wife is angry today? Like something happened? This can literally shape your relationship. Or let's say someone says something hurtful and you will feel bad. Instead of responding immediately, ask yourself, yo, why does this hurt me? Read people. Do not take things personally. As for how to work on this, that's on you. Me, my religion helped me a lot in this part of my life. Forgiving people, moving on, you will find your way. Now let's go to the last one. The third one, the last skill is learning a new language. And I will break this down. Learning a language is not impossible as you think. You don't need to be gifted. You don't need to spend a lot of money, like thousands of money. You don't need to travel. All you need, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of dedication, obviously, but you need a good method. Among the benefits of speaking a new language, there is the fact that you literally become smarter, and more specifically, it changed the way you see life. And I'm not even exaggerating with that. You're going to learn the culture, you're going to learn the humor, you're going to learn the vibe, you're going to learn, a new whole universe. Just try. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be one of the well-known languages. You can choose a dialect that you always wanted to learn. And remember, you're 16. What if in 2 or 3 years you can speak like two, three, let's say 4 languages? It can be a game changer. So yeah, these are the 3 skills that I recommend. You don't necessarily need to be 16 to apply that. I thought it was relevant to work on these very early. Also, if you have time, you can work on the 3 at the same time. But I recommend focusing on one at that time, depending on how you feel. And also, guys, listen, 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 listen. The most important thing is to enjoy the process. And listen carefully, guys, because even me, I'm doing this mistake. I'm talking with the. Je parle avec le cœur. Je parle avec le cœur, les frères. Do not think just to them, but as I said, to gain experience, to gain knowledge. Make your own conclusion. Be critical. Be your own source of knowledge. Be just. Prenez du plaisir quand vous faites les choses. Thank you for watching, guys. If you like it, you can drop a like or dislike. If you agree or disagree, don't hesitate and let me know in the comment section. I will read and it will be very beneficial for me. That was all for today, guys. It was a pleasure. C'est tout pour moi. On se dit à bientôt. Au revoir. Salam alaikum.